All right, let's begin. Jai Radhe Jai Krishna Jai Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavan केशी घाट बंसी पट द्वादश कानन जहाँ सब लीला कैलो श्री नंदन श्रीनंद जशोदा जय जय गोपागण श्रीदामादि जय जय धेनुवत्सगण जय वृषभानु जय कीर्तिदास सुंदरी जय पौर्णमासी जय अभिरा नगरी जय जय गोपीश्वर वृंदावन माज जय जय कृष्ण सखा बटु द्विजराज जय राम घाट जय रोहिणी नंदन जय जय वृंदावन बासी जत जन जय द्विज पत्नी जय नाग कन्या गण भक्ति तेजारा पायलो गोविंद चरण श्रीरास मंडल जय जय राधा श्याम जय जय रास लीला सर्व मनोरम जय जयोज्वल रास सर्व रस साम पर किया भावे जहाँ ब्रजते प्रचार श्री जानव पद पद्म कोरिया स्मरण दीन कृष्णदास कहे नाम संकीर्तन जय राधे जय कृष्ण जय वृंदावन श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जय राधे जय कृष्ण जय वृंदावन श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन. Yesterday we heard the talks between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramanand Rai. We are reading from Madhya-lila, volume 2, chapter number 8. So Ramanand Rai went on and then he came to the mood of conjugal love and he said, conjugal love, loving Krishna in this mood is the highest. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him, can you please explain me about the Krishna Tatva, about the Radha Tatva, the essence of Krishna, who is Krishna, what is Radha? And we heard all of that yesterday. And then he asked, where we stopped was he asked Ramanand Rai that what is the sadhan? What is the process that one must do to achieve this prema? Ramanand Rai, in his usual style, he said, Prabhu, nobody has asked me so much. You are asking me too many questions, but I know you are the one speaker and you are the one who's going to reply. I'm going to tell whatever you are asking. Radha Krishna Lila ei ati gudhatar datsya vatsalyadi bhave nahaya gochar. This lila, the conjugal love, is ati gudha, means very secret. Those who worship Bhagwan in Dasya Bhav, in Vaatsalya Bhav, to them, it won't become easy to understand. They cannot know it. Understand love. Yesterday also there was a question Amrita asked that if somebody, if somebody hears from Adi-lila, the youth will be misguided by hearing all these conjugal love leelas. Well, first of all, here the real answer is gudhatara. This, to understand that bhava is very, very confidential. Most people in the world, how do they love Bhagwan? How does love begin towards Bhagwan? your children, and your mother, father, and your friends and everybody the surrounding said, worship Bhagwan, he will give you everything. If you have to go for exam, or pray to Ganesha or pray to Saraswati, you will pass the exam. If you want money, pray to Lakshmi. She will give you money. If you are in problem, pray to Hanumanji. He'll take away the problems. Go to Siddhi Vinayak, go to this place. Everybody around you taught that Bhagwan, whichever form you are worshipping, is the source of fulfilling your desires. And your desires were fulfilled because you were small and sincerely you were asking, and Bhagwan is fulfilling the desires. So automatically, you are in love. Spontaneously, you love. You know that there is a higher entity whom you ask things and your desire will be fulfilled. So you keep asking. And you grow up. But spiritually, you have not grown. Your mind is only asking. Then you start facing the problems of life. Now you are grown up enough that you don't go and ask your parents what to do. You are facing the problems yourself. That is the time you get interested towards spiritual things, how to come out of these problems. Mukti ka rasta, to find liberation. And when you start finding, you start meeting people of different faiths, different things they are doing. Some people must be into yoga, some people are into Advaita, some people are into dhyana, meditation, and then YouTube is full of gurus. So you're listening everything. And then you try to fit that in your current situation. And in the process, if suppose while you're browsing your YouTube or anywhere, somebody told, oh, you must do Lalita Sahasranam, it is very good. You must do Vaibhav Lakshmi, it is very good. At a certain age, money is the biggest problem. When you start becoming independent, everybody has to earn money. Without money, it's not possible. It's a necessary evil. So then you want to become free from the problems. But somehow you start believing that, okay, I have to do some higher sadhanas. The way I am doing higher work now, I have to do some higher sadhanas. So higher sadhanas means, okay, if somebody tells you, Sri Vidya is the highest sadhana, it will give you money as well as it will give you liberation. Your mind is stuck. Let's do that. And mass form is so beautiful. And the names are so beautiful. And you start chanting and you are in love with that names and you start loving Ma also. Oh, I love Ma, I love Ma, I love Ma, because she's so beautiful. Her pictures are so beautiful. And in your mind, you are very satisfied that by chanting this, by doing this, by following Sri Vidya, my life is going to be good. And it happens. Even though there will be a constant flow of money, there will be constant good things happening, yet human nature to always remain dissatisfied. It is dissatisfied because it has not reached to that level of happiness, that level of love, that level of peace. So you will be given good supply of money also. All your desires are getting fulfilled also. Life is good around you. But still there is something that everybody is looking for. Seeking that ultimate happiness, ultimate joy. And let me tell you, ultimate happiness, ultimate joy comes out of love. Love is the binding force. If somebody gets pure love, they will be happy under all circumstances. Whether they have riches or not doesn't matter anymore. Things may be going topsy-turvy in their world, but they're in love. They are happy inside. So beyond all this, you're doing Sahasranamas, you're doing Ashtakams, you're doing the rituals, you're doing the whatever, everything. You're having all the knowledge, everything. But if that one thing is missing, love, pure love, then still you will not be satisfied. So then you hear from the saints, the pure love is achieved only by when you are in love with God. That is called divine love, transcendental love. You have seen enough of human love, loved your family. You saw from some people you got a lot of love in reciprocation, but all human love also has limitation. My father used to teach me this from childhood. Swarath laye kare sab priti, sur nar muni sabki ye riti. Everybody loves you with some selfish motive. And I, as a child, I used to argue, why, Papa, why are you saying that? Family love, it's people loving the family. Not everybody is selfish. But as you experience, experience teaches you a lot of things. As you grow up, there is jealousy even in the family. Why that person is doing so well? Even in your own siblings. Family has to be the source of biggest source of love. But there also sometimes you see that unselfish love is not there. Parents, they are very loving, they're very giving. But sometimes there also something is missing. So that love, friends, there will be misunderstanding. That love that we are looking, that will fulfill you. Because love is the source of happiness. Then nothing else can give you happiness. That love is found in the divine. When you fall in love with Bhagwan. At that time, which form to love? All forms, till now, whomever you said you love Bhagwan, but all forms you are only asking, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. Now the mind is confused. Pure love, what is that thing? Because we associated love with the gifts. That's our habit, associating love with the gifts. Now tell the mind, no more gifts, just love. Just love. And you hear Shikshashtakam, Ashlishya padratam pinashtumam adarshnan marmatam kurotu. Highest level of love, where he says, Bhagwan, whether you come to me or you don't come to me, you may kill me without giving you a darshan. I do not care anymore about that also. I don't have even that desire. The gift of your darshan, I'm not even asking that. All I say is, I love you. Mat pran nathas tu sa eva napara. You alone are the master of my soul. I know nothing else. Whether you reciprocate or whether you don't reciprocate, I just love you. This is the highest love, where you start giving. Till now, all your bhakti was associated with love is equal to gift. If I pray, my life will be good. If I pray, my family will be good. If I pray, I will get all these good things. Till now, love was with gifts. But now, the highest love is when there is no expectation of anything. You don't want the gifts. You want to give. Because you love that person. What can I give to that person whom I love? Now here that person is Bhagavan. That person is Bhagavan. And that person is not in front of you. Not in this Panchabhautik, this body made up of 5 elements. That person is there, but conscious body. Satchidananda Vigraha. Bhagavan. You love him dearly. And you want to give him. What can you give to Bhagavan? What can you give to Bhagavan? He already has everything. But still, you want to express that love. And you say, I give you my soul. I give you my service. Whatever I think, whatever I do, I give it to you. So you want to serve him. In love, you serve. You serve the other person. So you serve Bhagwan. That feeling of being a servant is Dasya Bhaw. You're not asking anything. Kinkari. dasi, maid servant. That is called Dasya Bhav. When we are reading Adi-lila, the gopis, the sacharis, the Sakhis are always in this mood. I am kinkari. I am the maid attendant of Radha Rani and Sri Krishna. What should I do? Kinkari. Kinkari means she is always ready to ask, what do I do? What's next? How can I serve you? There are two types of servants in this world. One servant, like people do service in jobs. You have a service, you have a government service, you have a private service. You're doing service. So at the end of the service, you are asking for money. I do this service, you give me this. And then there could be a service where somebody is just doing it for you out of love. And they don't demand anything from you. But they're always there standing for you. Tell me, if you have a servant like this, who's not asking anything in return, only just giving the service, how will you love this person who is just ready to serve you, not asking anything in return? Won't that love be very high? Won't you give so many things to that person without even that person asking? And that person doesn't want it. So these kinkaris, these gopis, they always say, we are your maid servants, we are your kinkaris, we are your dasis. We don't want anything from you. All we want to see is the happiness on your face. That is Dasya Bhav in the gopis. Radha Rani herself, all she wants to do is see the happiness on Krishna's face. Though she is the topmost gopi, but she doesn't feel like that. Her inner feeling is, I will do anything to serve Krishna so that he's always happy. And that's the nature of love. That's the nature of love. When we get married or when we have boyfriend, girlfriend or whatever, we say, whatever we do, I want to make that person happy. We change our nature. Girls get married and they change their nature completely to make their family happy. So Radharani, even though she is the topmost among all gopis, but yet she teaches from her example that I'm always serving Krishna. In everything I do, I dress up, it is for him. I do makeup, it is for him. I get angry, it is to make him happier. I love him to make him happier. If he tells, whatever he tells me, I will do because I want to make him happier. And when Sri Krishna sees this kind of love, and not only she doing it, all the gopis are also doing the same thing, just like what Sri Radharani is doing. Because yesterday we heard all the gopis are expansion of Radharani. Krishna is like, I can't reciprocate this. I'm drowned in this love. Radharani, if it was you alone, I would have reciprocated probably, but not possible. You always outbeat me. I am always defeated in front of you. And all of these gopis also. How can they love so selflessly? So selflessly. They may harbor a feeling of conjugal love for me, but when they see, no, he is happy with Radha, they are more happier. In the world, this will not happen. In the world, this cannot happen. We are very possessive about our love. A mother loves her son so much, so dearly. And when the son gets married, and when the daughter-in-law comes, you should see the clash between the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law. Both are asking the son to be mine. And poor son, whom should he balance? Should he listen to the wife or should he listen to the mother? In the world, this kind of love, it doesn't happen. You say, oh, my son is my heart. But that when the son is shared by the daughter-in-law, you should see all problems happen. But here in this world, in the spiritual world, love is unselfish. There's no selfishness. Tat sukh sukhi bhav. They are happy. Seeing them, I'm happy. Whether they praise me, whether they embrace me, or whether they ignore me, are they happy? If they are happy by ignoring me, that makes me happy. So this love is the highest love, not even a tinge of selfishness. So they are dasis, dasya bhav. And then another dasya bhav is in Hanumanji, we have seen. Then higher than dasya bhav is sakhya bhav. In Das also Bhagavan is higher, and Das is just devotees, we are lower. So that position is maintained. Okay, he's higher, we are lower. How much, if you love your boss, how much deep can you go? He's your boss. He's a nice person. You love, that's all. But in Sakha Bhav, Bhagavan becomes their age. And all the Sakhas are serving Bhagavan. What is the purpose? To make him happy. And these gopis, first they said we are kinkaris, but the gopis are also Sakhis. Sakhis means friend. What does a friend do? Friend delights you. You can sit hours and talk. Hours goes away in, when you're talking with a friend. You don't even see the timing. And the happiness after keeping the phone when you talk to a friend. So Sakhis, Sakhi means friend. Sakhi is giving the happiness. That is Sakhya Bhav. So in the gopis, the Dasya Bhav is also coming. The Sakhya Bhav is also coming. Another Sakha is like Uddhav is a Sakha, Arjun is a Sakha. All these are Sakha Bhav. Where Bhagwan has become like an equal. Arjun says in Gita, no? When he sees the universal form, he says, I'm so sorry. I never knew you are this person. You are that universal Bhagwan whom the Vedas are pointing. I have slept with you on the same bed. I have eaten with you. I have spoken so many things. And I have sometimes given you bad words also because I thought you were my friend. So now I'm feeling very awkward in front of you. I feel very embarrassed. I did all that because I was ignorant. That is Sakhya Bhav. That is friendship. Fraternity. So here Bhagwan has become equal to the devotee. Then same Bhagwan, the third bhav comes is Vaatsalya. Vaatsalya means parental affection. Till now in the world we are taught Bhagwan or Devi is mother, father. And we are their children. Always we have this thought is the most prominent thought. They are mother, father, we are children. So as children we have to ask. But then love goes on increasing. And now love reverses roles. Now he is our children. He is our child. And we are the parents. If he is our child, if I don't feed my child, who will feed? If I don't give him bath, who will give? If I don't put him to sleep, who will make him sleep? So Bhagavan has now become a baby for the devotee. Who is going to ask now? The devotee is not going to ask anything from Bhagavan. He is my baby. I have to give everything to him. When a mother, becomes a mother, when the newborn baby is there, the mothers lose their sleep. They don't sleep for months together, feeding the child and going all around the child. The child makes the mother run, and the mother is running. Same way with those devotees. Vaatsalya, the motherly feeling. Mother feeling is full of affection, care. Gopis, care. Yashoda is a gopi. Yashoda is a gopi. A cowherd lady is called Gopi. She cares for her child. And all his friends They also care for Sri Krishna. If Sri Krishna goes and meets Radha Rani, sometimes he faints. He faints in that when love just overpowers, he just faints. And that time, all the Sakhis are taking care like a mother. So that Vaatsalya Bhav is coming into all the Sakhis, that parental affection. And apart from all this, so Dasya Bhav, Sakhya Bhav means in the mood of servant, in the mood of friend, and in the mood of parent. You are loving Krishna in this so many ways. And then comes the conjugal, means you just love him because he's a handsome young lad of Vrindavan. So sweet, so charming, his talks. You love him. And you're of the same age. You are friends, so you love him. But you very clearly know that the love of his life is Radha Rani. You very clearly know. All the gopis know this. So what? We love him too. We love both. Now, in this love, so this is conjugal love. Now, let's go deeper. In world, this happens. Everybody falls in love. Once, at least once in their life, they'll fall. Whether it is one-sided, two-sided, doesn't matter. So some love, I'm explaining in the worldly sense, then you will apply it to the higher sense, okay? So some love in the world is like before marriage, you fell in love with somebody. For whatever reasons, circumstances, you could not marry. You fell in love when you were 14, 15, 16, but that never materialized. But even at the age of 50, if you happen to see that person, you will hear a sound. Hridaya tavaje, ting, ting. That heart will start, playing music when you see that person with whom you fell in love when you were at the age 16, and you see it in old age also. Though it never materialized. So love, so you have turned old, everything has changed, circumstances have changed, but the love is still there. So one love, worldly love. I'm explaining worldly love, okay? Radha Krishna's love was like that. Before before Sri Krishna went to Dwarka, he had all these 16,000 wives, 16,108 wives. And before that, he had met Radharani. He's the love of his life, is the first love of his life, his childhood love. She never went away from his heart. She was always there. No matter how many people came and loved him, but she is the supreme. Nobody could take Radharani's position. Then in the worldly love, so one love is like this, before marriage, done. Then you get married to somebody else. Now this marriage, which, and then you're loving that person, your husband, your wife, you love. Now in this the marital love has full freedom. You can openly declare, this is my love, this is my better half, my spouse. And you have all the legal rights over everything. There is love, no doubt. But sometimes that love is also in some formalities. It doesn't flow very freely as it has to flow. It will not carry the quality of that spontaneous love before marriage or, whatever. So you have legal rights. You can talk about it and people will accept you. You don't have to hide anything. So this is second type of love. So Bhagwan's second type of love was Satyabhama and Rukmini and all the queens of Dwarka. He played all these roles for us. There also the surrender is there. But Satyabhama was a queen and she would you hear Satyabhama's conversation. She was a queen. So she behaved like a queen. Radhani's love was not like that. It was mixed. She was a queen, but there was a lot of surrender and, but Satyabhama was very stubborn. Whatever she wanted, she has to have it. And she was the the eldest queen. So she had her own style. So this happens in the world also. So premarital love, then marital love, then there is another kind of love. In our world, we call it extramarital love. That also happens. So this extramarital love, somebody can love somebody else. They love their wives, but they're loving somebody else also. And it is usually said that when they love somebody else, that love has more intensity than this marital love, because this marital love in the world, after some time, it loses its charm. That is why if somebody is interested in somebody else, that means there is something charming over there, something they're enjoying. Because of that, they're interested over there. And they're not able to leave that. So that is extramarital. But in that love also, there is no legal rights. You cannot openly talk about it. It'll all be hush hush. The person whom you're loving may want to express some right over you, but they cannot. It has a great quality probably when the two lovers are meeting, but it is not considered good. And sometimes there will be a lot of clashes in between the couple because of the lack of showing that power over each other. In all these three kind of love that I'm saying, the first love, there is also some kind of expectation. The expectation is, if it is one-sided, expectation is, I hope the other person likes me. If it is two-sided, I hope we marry. So there is an expectation in love, right? The second kind of love, marriage love, expectations only, full of expectations. I'm your wife, you do this to me. I'm your legally wedded wife, I need this. Why did you marry me if you can't fulfill this? So second kind of marriage is like full of expectations, expectation, and love just suffocating somewhere. The third kind of love, even if you have expectation, it is not going to fulfill, but still there is an expectation. At least come to me, at least meet me. The person will say, oh, my wife is there, I can't, my family is there, I can't. No, but what is that? Don't you love me? You love your family more. And then the fight is there, and the expectation is going on. Expectation and love, expectation and love, expectation and love. All these three type of love is full of expectation. And then there is a fourth kind of love. You love that person loves you. But absolutely zero expectation. No crossing of lines. You be happy in your zone. I am happy in my zone. I have no expectations. You also have no expectations. To see you happy with your family gives us happiness. Now that kind of love is very hard in this world. Very hard in this world. This I explained worldly love. Worldly love always has a tinge of selfishness. Worldly love always has a tinge of expectation. And that is why worldly love is classified as lusty love. Lust means some vasana, some expectations. Worldly love will always end up in, first of all, lust, then anger, expression of anger, expression of pride, jealousy. All this will come in worldly love. This worldly love, when it's not going to free you, it will keep you into a perpetual cycle of birth and death, because you want to love the person again. So again, you want to come back and meet them in another life. You will come in some relationship, you'll try to fulfill, but that dissatisfaction will go on. So how to come out of this? How to come out of this? So our saints gave us a solution. Like if somebody is bitten by a poisonous snake, the poison becomes a remedy. Poison is an antidote. So to cure poisonous bite from a snake, we have to give snakes poison. A poison cuts poison. A vaccine has the same bacteria, flu vaccine, that causes the flu. A thorn can remove the thorn. Similarly, the vasana, the deepest impression in the consciousness, is to seek love. And that is why, because they are seeking love, they are falling into all these human traps. traps of Maya. They cannot come out. So what they must do? How can you come out of the trap of Maya, which is in the form of love, which is in the form of your lover? How can you come out of this? Oh, approach Mayapati. Mayapati is Sri Krishna. If somebody falls in love, replace all these human figures with Krishna. You fall in love with Krishna. Here, when somebody falls in love with Krishna, slowly and slowly, all that kama vasana, all those lusty desires, they will go away. Because he is the only Kamdev. He is the only Cupid. All Cupids are servant to him and Radha Rani. In worldly love, you were beat by Cupid. But here, the Cupid will be holding hands in front of you. Because now you are loving the divine. So replace all this love with the love of divine. And slowly, so our saints started giving this Sakhi Bhav, Sahachari Bhav. Now, how is that divine love? That divine love has to be Tat Sukh Sukhi. I am happy in their happiness. Understand this. I may love Krishna, but whom does Krishna love? Krishna loves Radha Rani. So I want to be Tat Sukh Sukhi. Krishna is not my very own. He will be my very own if Radha Rani is my very own. So whom should I serve? My Krishna is serving Radha Rani. If Krishna is happy serving Radha Rani, I will serve Radha Rani. In this way, I will get the happiness of both. All I need is an embrace from Krishna. If Radha Rani embraces me, that is embrace of Krishna, because she is none different than Shri Krishna. Tat Sukh Sukhi. So conjugal love, when we talk, this is the bhava. We don't love him to have him. We love him to give him joy. And how will he become happy? He becomes happy when Radhani is happy. So what do? We become maid servants of Radhani. We do everything to make them happy, to make the couple happy. And when we read Adi-lila, all the leelas are meant to do this. Seeing the couple happy, seeing the couple happy. The couple is never a grown-up couple for us. The couple, the young couple, Priya Priyatam we call him, they are both only 16 years old. They are like a child. The Sakhis become so powerful, we usually ask blessing from Bhagavan, right? In the world. That's what we have been trained. Bhagavan bless, Bhagavan bless, Bhagavan bless. But Sakhis, they bless the couple. You be blessed. Both of you be blessed. Both of you remain happy. The couple, Radha Krishna, is the food. We are not seeking anything. All we seek is their laughter. We are not asking anything. We are not asking even their time. But we are busy decorating the grove for them, for the couple. And the decoration of grove in their thought fills each and every cell, each and every pore with love. And that love is so intoxicating. We are so drunk. We don't seek anything. Now we have reached to that highest level of love. We are not seeking anything. It is beyond lust, beyond body, cannot describe. One who has tasted this intoxication only will know what this love is. So selfless, so selfless. What we call kama, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained here. Atmendriya priti kare tahe kahe kama. If somebody is loving someone for their own sensory gratifications, Atmendriya. So if somebody is loving someone for their sensual gratifications, then that is called kama, that is called lust. Krishnendriya priti kare, prema dhare naam. If somebody is loving Krishna then that love is called prema. So all the worldly love that we call love, love, love is not love. That is kama. Kama means lust. And actual love is only Krishna Indriya priti kare. Krishna Indriya means to satisfy Krishna. When you're loving to satisfy Krishna, then that is called pure love. The worldly love is compared to like an iron. But this love, divine love, is compared to gold. It's always pure. Iron will get rusted. That is why worldly love, it goes on for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and then later on it just fades away. Finish. It's like iron, it got rusted. But this love, divine love, it is like gold, always shining. It never gets rusted. It's like, and this love is like flowing all the time. Navanavina, new. Every time it is new. It never gets enough. In Adi-lila, we are reading probably the same lilas again and again. Every day. And I'm telling you, I've been reading for like almost what now? 8, 9, 10 years, more than 10 years probably. Same lila. Either it is in Vrindavan Mahimamrit or it is in Radha Rasudhanidhi. Those are in Sanskrit, so they look more like Sanskrit. Geet Govind, how many years? I've forgotten years also. 3 hours just reading and being in the joy of love. And I'm telling you, your question was very, Amrita's question was good yesterday, because I went through that. I remember when I was in 10th grade, and one time, I was reading Times of India that time. So Times of India used to have an extra page 3 or something. In that, somebody had written an article on Geet Govinda, and then they translated the article. And as a 15-year-old, I'm reading that article, and it was all full of eroticism, like erotic, very erotic. And I'm like, this is Geet Govinda, so erotic. I was 15-year-old. Of course, my mind will interpret it wrongly. And so now, since you spoke about youth, so I'm saying the example I'm giving of myself. I was in my youth days, 15-year-old, reading in Times of India an article on Geet Govinda, and the article translated it so erotically, I felt this is what Geet Govinda is all about, without opening the book. Thank God, Gita happened in my life. You understand Sri Krishna's perspective, where he's talking about Sankhya, and he's talking about pure love and surrender. And then slowly you fall in love with Krishna. That person who has given us this philosophy, you think he's a lusty person? When he is having all these leelas in the groves of Vrindavan? The one who has given us Sankhya, Atmagyan? Or the one who has given us the philosophy of complete surrender? Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. You know who did that? Only the gopis did that. There was not a tinge of selfishness in them. And that's why Sri Krishna says, it's very difficult to understand Krishna's personality. Unless there is Guru Kripa, unless there is Santa Kripa, it is just not possible. So Gita happened many years later. At 15 years old, I am reading the article, and Gita comes in my life when I was 25-year-old, 10 years later. And then Gita goes on and on. Then comes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu within 2 years. Read Chaitanya Charitamrita. I have lost count. I don't know how many times. I really mean it. I do not know how many times I've read it. And I would be tearing up every time I read the love of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu towards Krishna. His blessings came. And then came Vrindavan later, Rajendraji Maharaj. Through him, I came to know about Hitharivanshji, these Rasik saints of Vrindavan. Then came Hit Chaturasi, Adi-lila. Through him, I came to know about the sadhana of Geet Govinda. I did that. offering, taking tulsi leaves, writing the pada on tulsi leaves and offering it to Jagannath ji, reading it, and he had warned, Geet Govinda has to be read in front of Jagannath ji. You don't do it for your own personal these things. And this is the sadhana I did. I read it to Jagannath ji, the Geet Govinda. And then the purification happened. So I'm telling you the journey of this youth. The purification happened. I used to go to Vrindavan and go to Manasarovar and sit there, and Manasarovar is a place where the water is little salty. It's in Vrindavan, small pond. It is said that Radha used to cry here and that is why the water has become salty. With that bhav, the sadhana was, every time I used to go to India, go to Manasarovar, Vrindavan especially, I used to go for many days all alone by myself and sit at Manasarovar and sing the Geet Govind to Radha and Krishna. Just by singing Gopi Geet and Geet Govind again and again, again and again, again and again, I'm telling you, there is no place for any worldly desire left anymore. It cannot be. It cannot be. I am in the world, so you may think I am a worldly person. But I am seeing Maharajji, Rajendraji Maharaj. I have not seen any pure saint more purer than him. In every action, words, knowledge, I have not seen anyone like him. Whatever I know, even about Geet Govinda, let me tell you, I have heard from him. So these saints are singing. You yesterday asked me whether the youth will be misguided. Let me tell you, Rajendraji Maharaj was singing Geet Govind right from a small age of 8 years or 9 years. He knew everything. And there used to be saints coming to his home. And, he was a child. And they used to ask him, can you sing the Geet Govind? And he used to sing the Geet Govind. And look at the value of that Geet Govind. He has become whatever he is. Not a tinge of lust. Very, very pure saint. So your question was good. Yesterday there was less time, but I wanted to say. In Bhagavad also, Shukdev ji says, those who read this Gopi Geet, all the lusty desires, Kama Vasana will go away. And same with Geet Govind. Those who read this, their lusty desires will go away. In the beginning, yes, you may feel, oh, what is this? This is just like ordinary person. But the more you read, and in the association of Rasik saints, in this path of bhakti, the most important thing is association. As I told you, when I read it myself all alone as a 15-year-old, I really felt it's an erotic book. But now, if I sit and if I start speaking on Geet Govinda, let me tell you, your heart will start melting. You'll start crying. Not my thing. It is the potency of those words, of those bhavas inside this Geet Govinda or Gopi Geet. So when we hear, or even for that matter, Lila, that's why my Lila class is not a public class. It's invitation only. I just put it on YouTube with the feeling that if there is anybody thirsty for this Sakhi Bhav, this Sahchari Bhav, because these things are not given openly actually. If anybody is thirsty, Bhagwan knows, Bhagwan will send that thirsty person and their thirst will be pacified. For that reason, it is given on the public platform. Otherwise, it's not necessary. And Lila class is only by invitation. Not everybody is allowed him also to come to the class. So all those people who come in the class, they are all initiated, first of all. And some of them are, in the beginning, now I have allowed some more few people, but in the beginning, the class, when it started, it was only for very handful of people who were only interested in Sakhi Bhav and their mind was not anywhere else. Now I have allowed people to listen, hoping that this Sakhi Bhav will arise in them, and all whatever wrong notions about this Sachari, Sakhi, Bhav is there, it will all go away. So that's why I'm speaking. But yes, your concern was right yesterday. It may sound very different to many people. I have seen that reaction. There was somebody who had written to me a long time ago, oh, what are you talking? Go to the groves, put jhadu there. And I don't believe in all this. I want to believe, I like to do meditation. So yeah, no problem. You do meditation. So everybody is different. And when we are reading Vaatsalya, again and again, Dhruv will say, we cannot discuss this with everybody. There are different devotees of Bhagwan. Some people like Bhagwan as Vaman Avatar. Some people like Bhagwan as Narsimha Avatar. Some people like Bhagwan as only Rama Avatar. So in front of somebody who likes Narsimha, Narsimha is like so ferocious. So that devotee will have a ferocious nature. And you go to them and you talk about Sakhi Bhav. It will not match. So all this, everybody has to have their own, a tribe where you talk these topics. So Rasik people, those who are Rasik will know this Rasik Bhav, and from where it has come, the same Rasopasana that was given indirectly in Srimad Bhagavatam, to open it up fully, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu incarnated. So when we are reading Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life now, and especially this talks between him and Ramanand Rai, these are very important, because this is where Bhagwan has taken him, and he wants to discuss only that Ras Upasana. This is the most confidential topic, and not to be easily understood by people. Got it? So we are getting into the topic. Yes, it may raise questions, but I thought I'll just cover it up. Time is already up. Just two, three slokas I'll take, and then we'll end up. Okay? Tomorrow we'll complete. The pastimes of Radha and Krishna are very confidential. They cannot be understood through the mellows of servitude, Dasya Bhav, fraternity, Sakhya Bhav, or parental affection, Vaatsalya Bhav. Actually, only the gopis have the right to appreciate these transcendental pastimes, and only from them can these pastimes be expanded. And understand gopi, meaning of gopi. My Maharaj told me, go means this senses, right? Gopi means the one who is following the perfect path of dharma through her senses. That person is a gopi. And what is the biggest dharma? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Surrender to Sri Krishna is the biggest dharma, as given in Gita. So, this is what the gopis are doing. Sakhi vina Adi-lila pushta nahi haya, Sakhi lila vistariya, Sakhi aswadaya. Without the gopis, these pastimes between Radha and Krishna cannot be nourished. Only by their cooperation are such pastimes broadcast. It is their business to taste the mellows. Without the help of gopis, one cannot enter into these pastimes. Only one who worship the Lord in the ecstasy of the gopis, following in their footsteps, can engage in the service of Sri Radha Krishna in the bushes of Vrindavan. Only then can one understand the conjugal love of Radha and Krishna. There is no other procedure for understanding. So what is he saying? One has to follow the gopis to understand this. Only with their blessings one can understand these confidential pastimes amongst Radha and Krishna. The pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna are self-effulgent. They are happiness personified, unlimited and all-powerful. Even so, the spiritual humors of such pastimes are never complete without the gopis, the Lord's personal friends. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is never complete without his spiritual potencies. Therefore, unless one takes the shelter of the gopis, one cannot enter into the company of Radha and Krishna. Who can be interested in their spiritual pastimes without taking the shelter? There is an inexplicable fact about the natural inclination of the gopis. The gopis never want to enjoy themselves. Listen to this. The gopis never want to enjoy themselves with Krishna personally. This is Gopi Bhav. This is Sakhi Bhav. सखीरा स्वभाव एक अकथ्य कथना कृष्ण सह निज लीलाया नहीं सखीर मन कृष्ण सह राधिकार लीला ये कराय निज सुख हैते ताते कोटि सुख पाय. The happiness of the gopis increases 10 million times when they serve to engage Sri Radha and Krishna in their transcendental pastimes. By nature, Srimati Radha Rani is just like a creeper of love of Godhead, and the gopis are twigs, flowers, and leaves of that creeper. When the nectar of Krishna's pastimes is sprinkled on that creeper, the happiness derived by the twigs, flowers, and leaves is 10 million times greater than that derived by the creeper itself. Although the gopis, Srimati Radha and his friends, do not desire to enjoy themselves directly with Krishna, Srimati Radharani makes a great endeavor to induce Krishna to enjoy himself with the gopis. Presenting various pleas for the gopis, Srimati Radharani sometimes sends the gopis to Krishna just to enable them to associate with him directly. At such times, Radharani enjoys happiness 10 million times greater than that enjoyed through direct association. We all want Bhagavan. We all want Krishna. But how do we get Krishna? If Radharani introduces us to him. The transcendental mellow is nourished by that mutual behavior in transcendental love of Godhead. When Lord Krishna sees how the gopis have developed pure love for him, he becomes very satisfied. It is to be noted that the natural characteristics of the gopi is to love the Supreme Lord. We all are gopis. We love the Supreme Lord. But our love is impure. How does that get purified? That gets purified when we are serving Radharani. And Radharani becomes more happier to see us when we meet Krishna. So she will make all the arrangement for us to meet Krishna. Their lusty desires is not to be compared to material lust. Nonetheless, because their desires sometimes appear to resemble material lust, their transcendental love for Krishna is sometimes described as lust, because in the world we do not know what pure love is. Our love has always been contaminated. But this love is not the lust. Lust means where we are having selfish desire. There is no selfish desire here. Although the dealings of gopis with Krishna are on the platform of pure love of Godhead, such dealings are sometimes considered to be lusty, but because they are completely spiritual, Uddhav and all other dearmost devotees of the Lord desire to participate in them. Nijendriya sukha hetu kamera tatparya, Krishna sukha tatparya, gopi bhava varya. The lusty desires are experienced when one is concerned with their own personal sense gratification. The mood of the gopis is not like that. Their only desire is to satisfy the senses of Krishna. Nijendriya sukha vancha nahi gopikara. Krishna sukhe dite kare sangam avihara. Among the gopis, there is not a pinch of desire for sense gratification. Their only desire is to give pleasure to Krishna, and this is why they mingle with him and enjoy with him. So I think we will just end it up here because time is also up. The rest of the bhava will take tomorrow, and we'll try to finish this. Let me see your comments or questions. Beautiful Krishna pictures. Jai Ho. Krishna Adriye Priti Ichha Dhare Prema Naam. See? Krishna Indriya Priti Ichha Dhare Prem Naam. Wonderful. Yes, Guru must guidance at the right time from the right person. In your upcoming visit, Ma, this time Geet Govind, last time we enjoyed Gopi Geet. Yes, that is in the early morning time, not able to make it for live session. Meaning the teasing Radhani is to make Srimati Radhani happy. Efforts of gopis has one purpose, to keep them happy. Yes. All right. So we'll end it up here. And may all your days and night be Krishnamay, Chaitanyamay. And we'll see you tomorrow. Radhe Radhe.
Hari Bol. Thank you, Ma. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe, Ma.
Radhe Radhe.